The Secretary of the Security Council of Kyrgyzstan has called India a very reliable partner in the region. In an exclusive conversation with our principal diplomatic correspondent, Sidhant Sibal in New Delhi, Secretary Marat Imankulov expressed concern over the security situation in Afghanistan. He also welcomed India's humanitarian support to the Afghan people. Here are some excerpts.
The meeting between India and the 5 Central Asian countries, the National Security Advisors meeting. How do you see this meeting and how do you see this meeting taking a kind of a new mechanism in terms of resolving regional issues like drug trafficking or narcotics?
Other Central Asian countries have said, and we are of the same view, that after gaining independence, all the Central Asian countries have cooperated with India. We have had a close cooperation with India and we cherish the friendship. This year we celebrated 30 years of establishment of diplomatic relations between India and Kyrgyzstan. We have historic relations. We have relations in areas like tourism, transport, economic, military and technical cooperation. We intend to continue expanding cooperation. For us, India is a friendly country, it is a partner country and it's an influential country with a rapidly growing economy. It is a large country with over 1 billion population. In January, the India-Central Asia Summit took place and our leaders gave us the task to hold the National Security Advisors meeting. I think all of us are of the same view, the issue of stability in the region and how we need to work towards it for lasting peace. My colleagues spoke about it during the meeting and we spoke about the humanitarian situation in Afghanistan. We have the winter coming up and many people are on the verge of starvation in Afghanistan. We are looking at a crisis situation in that country and we call on the world community to come to aid and assistance to the long-suffering people of Afghanistan to give as much humanitarian aid as possible. We all want to see Afghanistan getting on the path of stability and prosperity, no matter which government is in power over there. We want Afghanistan to stop being a territory, a country from which terror emanates. We want to see it as a country which does not present a threat to any other country or any other region in the world.
So India has been raising concerns on Afghanistan. You have talked about the concerns regarding Afghanistan. How do you see a solution to the situation in Afghanistan? Do you see an Indian role? And you pointed out to the issue of terrorism emanating from Afghanistan. India has mentioned the presence of Pakistani terror groups in Afghanistan. Anything would you like to talk about, or of course presence of other terror groups that can destabilize Central Asian countries?
The Afghan situation is a problem that Afghans need to themselves solve. It is an intra-Afghan problem. They need to work on themselves. They need to decide for themselves how they want to live and how they want to live while working towards solving it. It is up to the Afghan people to take a call on the matter. Now there are threats emanating from Afghanistan that are present in the country. Terror organizations are in Afghanistan. We know it. The Afghan government keeps saying they will not allow them to function on its territory, but we know this is not really the case in practice. The terrorist organizations which are working and functioning and carrying out activities in the territory of Afghanistan are also threatening the neighboring countries, the CIS and others. They are moving across the borders of Afghanistan. They are presenting a threat to the region as well. It is not just India and Kyrgyzstan who want peace and accord. All the countries of the region want peace, accord and consensus. We want the government of Afghanistan should be controlling all the territory which belongs to them. It should not allow any international terrorist organization to function from the country. They must work towards stopping drug trafficking. We know the harvest of opium has been growing. The data shows as compared to last year. These drugs and opium then spread and go through neighboring countries. Our security gets impacted and from the region it goes to the rest of the world. India and Kyrgyzstan, despite not being immediate neighbors, are close neighbors and are equally concerned about it. I would like to repeat that the international community is not doing enough to extend the necessary aid to Afghanistan To the common people over there, we have winter coming up and they are facing such difficult issues with shortage of food, electricity, and nearly 23 million are starving, which is a huge number, and maybe this winter another 2 to 3 million will be added. First of all, I think it's the UN which really needs to work in this area. We can't leave the common people of Afghanistan to starvation.